Hello there. The Kremlin, once again, is spreading misinformation about the Ukraine war and wants to stir up fear in Germany as well. The Office for the Protection of the Constitution here in Germany is alarmed. The Federal Office for the Protection of the Constitution expects increased Russian propaganda and espionage activities in the coming months. Russia is using issues relating to Europe's energy supply in particular as a hybrid lever. That's what the Domestic Intelligence Service said on Wednesday. With a targeted dissemination of false information such as gas shortages and price increases, an attempt is being made to stir up fears of a possible existence-threatening energy and food shortage in Germany. Russian propaganda is likely to increase in the extremist milieu and full conspiracy narratives with the aim of driving a wedge into our society. That's what the statement said. It's also to be expected that the Russian state will continue to intensify and adapt its political and military reconnaissance attempts. The Russian war of aggression against Ukraine and its efforts on the economy and the supply situation in Germany therefore have a high potential to be exploited by extremists. It can also be observed that various actors are increasingly focusing on this complex of topics and want to use it for mobilization. Since this affects both right-wing and left-wing extremists, as well as enemies of the Constitution who cannot be assigned to either of the two categories, a special evaluation was set up to monitor these activities. However, the magnitude of possible future anti-state protests cannot be reliably predicted at this time. It is the job of the Office for the Protection of the Constitution to monitor whether legitimate protests are being hijacked by enemies of democracy for their own purposes. That was said by Thomas Haldenwang, the president of the Office for the Protection of the Constitution. His authority is observing that a radicalized minority is positioning itself to abuse the war in Ukraine, rising prices, and the corona pandemic for mobilization. However, Haldenwang emphasized, so far there have been no signs of widespread anti-state protests or even violent mass riots. In July, Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock warned of popular uprisings in the event of a lack of gas deliveries in a conversation with a German newspaper, but then put the statement into perspective and described it as exaggerated. But the Russian intelligence services might want to stir that up in the Russian troll farms as well. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.